Welcome back, babes, to my channel. My name is Daya, aka Bacon Over Carbs, and today's video is going to be about what I eat in a day on keto. I remember when I first started this journey, these videos were so helpful. I would watch it day by day because, you know, keto is something totally different for us. Like, we're not used to hearing that fast is okay to eat to lose weight. So when I first decided or took the leap of faith to start keto, I did so much research, so much research. Google, Instagram, YouTube, like videos like this were so helpful to kind of get me started and to the right path. So this is what my channel is going to be all about. I want to help you guys. I want to help people that have decided to take this lifestyle change, this health and wellness change, and kind of make it easy for you to the transition. For a lot of people, it can be a little bit overwhelming in the beginning to kind of understand the gist of it, but it's very easy. As I mentioned in my last video, keto does not have to be difficult, and that's what I'm here to show you. You can eat so yummy. You can eat your favorite meals, just keto-fy, how we call it in the keto community, and I promise you, you will not miss out. You will not have FOMO, fear of missing out, ever again. So before we get to the cooking part, because I know that you guys are here for that, I did want to just give a quick background of myself. My name is Day, as you know. I've only been doing keto for actually just a year. It does seem a little bit, but you learn so much in just a year. And again, I'm still learning. So I'm recording my whole journey with all the ups and downs and fuck ups, and you guys are gonna see when I live and learn. In this past year, I have lost 30.2 pounds, of which I did gain a few back in November, I'm gonna say. I gained it, I went off plan. I had my family over from Miami, so it was a lot. You know, I was stressed with people coming over. I had about 14 people in my house. The whole thing just caught me off guard. I wasn't prepared. And then also, obviously, the holidays, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. I'm Hispanic, so Noche Buena is huge for us, and we grub. Just as much as we grub on Thanksgiving, we also grub on Noche Buena. So it was just a lot, so I did go off plan for a little bit over 2 months, I'm gonna say. But once January came in, I was already head first, like, okay, I'm back to my goals. You know, I was so close to my goals in September, yeah. About September, I was only 4 pounds away from my goal, and it was heartbreaking to see how I fell off the next few months. But again, this journey, weight loss journey, is going to be a roller coaster. It's never going to be just linear. It's never going to be the same. Every day is something different. You're going to learn something different. Your body's going to tell you something different. So it's very important to learn and listen to your body. You know, there's things that I like but bloat me, and other people can eat but I can't eat. So it's all about just learn. It's a learning process. It's never ending. And then when you get to your goal weight, you think you're done, but you're not done. I mean, I just want to eat pizza and not be fat. All right, so without further ado, let's get cooking. It's about 12:30 here in Texas, and I have not had breakfast. I've been fasting since 7:30 yesterday, 7:30 p.m. So it's a pretty good fast. I do intermittent fasting, but that's another topic that we will have in another video. So without further ado, let's go make breakfast. Okay, so for today's breakfast, I'm going to be making a chaffle sandwich. And if you're totally new to keto and you've never heard what a chaffle is, it's basically a waffle, but with ingredients that are keto friendly. And there's different and a million ways to make a chaffle. If you have TikTok, you probably have seen the huge chaffle trend that's out there. That's basically like a bunch of cheese, just very crunchy. Well, today's chaffle is going to be a little bit different. If you're old to keto, you've probably already seen this recipe. It's the chaffle Wonder Bread, so it's very bread-like. The only con to it is that it can taste a little eggy, which, I mean, if it doesn't bother you, you'll live. Like, it's still very fluffy. It does feel like a bread. You're gonna see the consistency. It's great, but it does have a kind of eggy taste to it, which I've heard other people kind of fix that issue with just removing the yolk and just using egg whites, but I feel like the yolk does give it more of that consistency, and I still want the yolk because of the fats. I mean, why am I gonna take away fats from my fatty breakfast, right? But it's all preference. I don't really mind the yolky flavor because you're gonna see how I make the sandwich. The sandwich is gonna be full of things inside and packed with protein and fats, and oh, it's so good that you're not even gonna like taste the egginess. Okay, all right, so let's do this. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is cook up 2 slices of bacon, and I use this brand. It's called Never Any, and I get it at Aldi. This is the no sugar bacon. You guys, I can't even stress it enough. Read your labels, read the nutrition facts, read the ingredients, because almost everything we eat in this world has sugar. And you know, in keto, we're trying to eliminate the consumption of sugar because it is the #1 ingredient that leads to all chronic diseases, diabetes, heart diseases. Like, it's not fats, okay? And that's, like I mentioned earlier, that's probably going to be another subject that I want to touch on, but for today we're just gonna cook bacon. Okay, so I'm gonna use 2 slices of bacon, and for 2 slices it's 90 calories. All right, so just place it like so. All right, guys, so these are the ingredients you're going to need. We have the coconut flour, baking powder, mayo, 1 egg. There's a tablespoon of water there, and then of course your mini dash. You can also use a regular waffle maker. If it's gonna be like the bigger ones, like the Belgian waffle makers, then you just have to double this recipe, because this recipe is just for that little mini dash and it does 2 chaffles. All right, so you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, 1 tablespoon of mayo, 1 tablespoon of water, 1 egg, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking powder. And then you just mix that all in, and then you divide the batters in the mini dash. You put half the batter first and then the other half to make a sandwich, obviously. You can also make this recipe with almond flour instead of coconut flour. I just always prefer coconut flour, and I noticed that it comes out a little bit fluffier with coconut flour than almond. But if you don't have coconut flour, you can definitely use almond flour, and the way that you would do it is 1 tablespoon of coconut flour and only half a tablespoon of water, because coconut flour is a lot more absorbent than and like drier or more dense than almond flour. It does require more water than the almond flour. So, but that's the only change you would do. Everything else remains the same. All right, so let's get started. So this is the consistency that you want. And then now I'm just gonna connect the mini dash and heat it up. All right, let me show you how beautiful she is. But I'm not gonna lie, I burnt the first one. I got a call from my boss and I totally forgot she was in there. So she got a little burnt, but this one came out perfect. Now I'm going to set up the sandwich and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna use. All right, now for my favorite part is a taste test. But first, did you guys see this? Jeez. Okay, I had this yesterday. I posted it on TikTok and people liked it. Just the combination of everything, like you can just taste every single meat. And this sauce right here, guys, if the camera could focus, I get these usually at TJ Maxx. I know they have it at Ross, Home Goods. I feel like Marshall's has them too. They have different flavors, but I always get the jalapeno aioli. Super bomb, and it just gives it just this amazing kick. It's so simple and easy to make, quick to make. You know, it seems like a lot of steps because of all the ingredients of the chaffle, but it really isn't. It's extremely filling, satisfying. Like, I might not have lunch slash dinner until like maybe 4 or 5. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave you guys alone for a little bit. Let me finish my delicious breakfast and then I'll see you back for lunch. All right, y'all, so it is dinner time, I guess. We can call it lunch, dinner, because it's about to be 4 and I usually close my eating window pretty early, so that way the next day I can eat early because I am a morning person. I find it very hard to fast until like 12 and 1 p.m. like most people do. Most people's eating windows like 12 to 8. I rather start eating early, like around 10ish. Sometimes I can push it to 11 if I'm busy and active and doing other things, but if I'm just like home doing nothing, I get hungry. So like by 10 I need to eat. So for dinner, we're going to have a chili hot dog in a bowl, basically, no bun, obviously. I have already prepped chili that I made about 2 days ago, and then I'm just gonna fry up in a pan the hot dogs because I don't like it like fresh out the bag, if that makes sense. So I just saute it a little bit and then I'll put it together and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, guys, so as far as the hot dog, this is the brand I'm going to use. I've actually never tried this before. I found it at Sprouts yesterday and I liked it because it was pretty clean. You know, it's 100% kosher, uncured, which is very important, no artificial ingredients. And if you look at the ingredients, there's no sugar, everything you can, you know, pronounce. And yeah, the macros are pretty decent. It's 2 total carbs per link and only 140 calories. So like I said, I'm gonna saute a little bit just so I don't have it cold, because that really like yucky. Alright, so I have the hot dog here and I'm just gonna make some kind of lines so that it cooks inside too. I'm like very particular with sausages and hot dogs, and just like make lines like this, just enough so that it cooks evenly. So kind of like that. And then we're just going to put it in there. It was already on and it has still a little bit of the grease from the bacon this morning, so I'll just let it cook in there. Okay, so while the hot dog is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and heat up the chili. So this is the chili I made, and I know you guys are gonna say, is that beans? Yeah, these are beans. These are actually soybeans, and I think I still have the can to show you guys, but these are a lot lower in carbs than regular beans. Actually, I'm not gonna show you the can because they did revise their nutrition label and the carbs are a little bit higher than what my can says, but it's still a lot lower than like regular beans. But you can absolutely opt out of it. I mean, you don't need to have beans. I use probably less than half a cup for the whole batch. So I usually have about 5 ounces of meat, which at this point I can eyeball. Okay, so now let's just assemble. So this is she lunch slash dinner. It was very quick because I already had the chili prepped, so it's always very important to prep protein, like at least have 2 proteins already in the fridge, so that way when you need to put something together, it doesn't take so long. I know a lot of people don't like to reheat food, but that's why I just keep like 2 proteins there for 2 to 3 days, and then I'll just make a batch as I go, basically. And yeah, look how delicious. You guys want to hear something really funny? I thought I recorded a whole outro trying my chili bowl, talking about how good it was, and this motherfucker wasn't even recording. I was not recording. Rookie mistake, but I kid you not, that bowl was delicious. I do have like a clip that I thought I wasn't recording, but I was actually recording while I was like digging, like grubbing, so I might share that with you guys. But yes, this is the end of this video. I did want to share one last thing though. I have a major sweet tooth, and I always like to have something sweet after like dinner, just to like satisfy me. And these right now are my literal obsession. They are so bomb. I find them at Sprouts. This is the white chocolate birthday cake, to die for. I'm like, my weakness is white chocolate. They're really good. Like, their ingredients are super clean, the macros are great, and it just melts in your mouth. I do want to thank everyone. If you guys made it this far, thank you so much. It means the world to me. And if you have not yet subscribed, please click on that subscribe button, like, comment, share. Also, my Instagram, baconovercarbs, show some love there. I'm also on TikTok, baconovercarbs, and I love you so much. Bye.